Good morning. Another episode of Riding with Tim. It's not raining today, but it's still damp out, wet. Got a little colder today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was, when I left, it was 51 degrees. Today it's right out 38. So it's a little bit more chilly today than it was yesterday. First, I want to start out by asking my believers and my fellow believers in Christ to send prayers up for the families of the people who have lost their lives in these plane crashes. And something we gotta do is we gotta stay on our knees and just before our leadership, no matter what affiliation you are or what you may believe. At the end of the day, that's still our elected officials, and we want to see them succeed, but they have to ditch their egos at the door and start compromising and start using some common sense on how to lead. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just prayers for my uncles, that their health continues to improve. Just prayers for my whole entire family, friends, loved ones, even enemies. Everyone that I come in contact with, I pray blessings. So, you guys, it's been a wild, blessed month. February's here. January is gone, but January was a very blessed month for us. A lot going on, a lot of preparation, a lot of planning. It just seems like it's going to. It don't seem like it's going to be. It's going to be a good year for the Whalen household. I believe that wholeheartedly. I'll pray for that. I talked to a man the other day, or yesterday as a matter of fact, and his specialty is finance. That's teaching you how to manage your finances. Not only that, but he will advise you and guide you on your finances. And the thing about professionals, when you need a plumber, you don't go get an electrician, right? You go get a plumber. You go get a guy that knows what he's doing. He knows a T from an elbow, right? Same with finances. There are different professionals in finances. I mean, there are tax professionals, people who deal with taxes. There are people who deal with life insurance policies. There are people who deal with, let's see here, IRAs. That's their specialty. And then there are people who deal with the market. And they know how to maneuver your money to maximize your return. And those are the people that you want on your team if you want to maximize your return and you want to have an early retirement, or whatever the case may be. Let's see here. We got somebody. Okay, so at the end of the day, that's what you want. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I want. I'm not going to tell you all what you want. Everybody's journey is going to be different. I'm going to tell you my journey. Hello. How are you doing? Everybody, thank you for smashing the like. We got 8 people on. Thank you guys for joining me. As you know, if you're new, if you're not new, if you're a returning viewer, you know that I'll ramble on for a little while, and then I'll start talking to you guys. Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't interpret that. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, you're fine. You're fine. Well, I was just talking about a guy that I talked to yesterday. He's one of the masters in his field, and he is actually helping me. Let me put it this way. His business strategy is sound, okay? He is helping a guy and myself who is not a millionaire, who normally wouldn't be able to afford him, and he is helping me grow my portfolio on my own. And then he knows that with his guidance and him volunteering his help, he knows that if I grow a substantial amount of money, he's going to end up taking care of it, and he's going to get a potential client down the road. And that's something that is very ingenious, and a lot of people don't look at it that way. They don't look at helping people, and down the road, you're going to reap the rewards of your help. Now, not everybody's going to help you just because you help them, and you don't really need to go into the situation thinking you're going to get something out of it. But the way that my Savior works, that happens. It might not happen 2 weeks from now. It might not happen 2 months, not even 2 years. But somewhere down the road, you are going to get a return in your investment. And that's the way he looks at helping people. It's just like investing in the stock market. He knows sooner or later he's going to get a return in his investment. He has invested in me and my family, and now he's just waiting on that return. And that return is going to be beneficial to me, and it will definitely be beneficial to him. I mean, he told me his rates. He told me his portfolio. He told me what type of people he manages their money for and how much he gets. So for him to volunteer to help me is a humbling experience, if that makes sense. Very humbling experience. I mean, you know, just the old country boy from Kentucky, and this man has taken his time. And it's not just him. It's the people who introduced me also. It's the man who put his name on the line to ask this man, help him out. And I cannot go by and not mention that, because Dan, a guy named Dan that I have only met one time in my life, put his neck out there for me to allow me to get in contact with his advisor and to help my family. That's networking, people. But I wouldn't have got in contact with Dan if it wasn't for my best friend. So at the end of the day, relationships matter. And that cop is getting down the road, people. Abusing his power. I see you. You're abusing your power. I'm sorry. I mean, but at the end of the day, relationships matter. I mean, not just financially, but spiritually, emotionally, relationships matter. We weren't meant to be alone. And there are all types of personalities out there that you can click with. You might not click with everybody, but if you just take the time just to get to know someone, just sit and listen to them, listen to their story, get to know people. Time is short, guys. If anything, if you learned anything from all these plane crashes that are going on here in the U.S., you will realize time can leave you just like that. Your time can end quickly. Quickly. So make the most of your life. Be of service. Don't always look for something in return. I know it can get frustrating sometimes. I know some of you probably got a giving personality, and it's probably frustrating sometimes. You feel like, good morning, good morning. I'm just talking about, some people who have a good giving personality, sometimes maybe they feel like they're not getting back the same energy. But at the end of the day, we are all supposed to be servants. And if we serve each other, if every last one of us was a server, we would all get back. Just think about that. Just use that for a minute. Think about that. If we all were servers, we would get back what we dished out. We wouldn't have to worry about, well, is that person, do they appreciate what I do? Nobody have to worry about that. So go into every situation ready to serve. The Lord's still working on me with that. I got to go into every situation ready to serve. Even going into my job, they pay me, but I need to be going into that situation ready to serve. And it's hard to do. I feel like, they don't give two dagons about me. and they don't know who I am. They know my number. They know what they paid me to do, and they're going to try to get the most out of me. As my friend Kendall would say, they're going to try to get me at a bargain. They're going to get the most out of me that they can for their dollar. And they're going to try to get more. All right, so we got 4 on here. Smash the likes. Subscribe, please, if you haven't already. And thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. You all make these rides a whole lot better in the morning. I can remember riding before I started these lives, and I'm just sitting here riding, and I'm by myself with my thoughts, and they weren't always positive thoughts, but I was with my thoughts. Now I can get my thoughts out without sounding crazy, like I'm talking to myself. So, thank you guys, y'all. Thank you all for being my therapist. Thank you, honey. Oh man, I'm just about ran out of stuff to talk about. But again, you all just pray for the families who have lost loved ones, and not just in the plane crashes, but when people lose loved ones every day, whether it's due to natural causes or accidents or murder. People are losing people every day, and some people can't. Some people can't cope. It's hard. I mean, I've dealt with death a lot in my life. Grandparents, great uncles, great aunties, cousins. But you really don't know. Well, how can I put this? For me, what made me recognize my mortality is when I lost my uncle and then my father. That made me realize my own mortality, because I looked at those two guys like they're going to live forever. You know, they're going to be around for a long time, and they died at an early age. So that makes you realize just how fragile life can be. And it also motivated me to do more with my life than just going to work every day, coming home, grabbing a PlayStation controller or grabbing a TV remote. I can't even talk. I want my life to have meaning, purpose. And my purpose, I found my purpose in serving God. And in that purpose, He gave me another mission. You serve God, He'll give you a mission. He'll tell you, He'll give you direction. So just remember that. Let Him guide you. Let Him direct you. All right, guys, I'm coming up on another end of a live. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for your interactions. I can't thank you guys enough again for just riding with me and sitting with me and listening to me. Thank you, hon, for getting on. All right, I love you guys, and I'm gonna get off of here. Let's see. Oh, no problem at all. Thank you for listening to me. All right, I love you guys.